Alright, we've made it to the third video of our series, even more problems that contain percentages, or even more equations that contain percentages. Up to this point, we've worked problems where what is 15% of 40 are some of the examples we worked. We've learned the formula, percent over 100 is over of. We've learned how to solve for is when there is no value to plug in. We put x there and we've learned how to solve for that. We've had other problems where percent of 300 is 60. We've used our same formula, percent over 100 equals 60 over 30. When there's no value to plug in for a percent, we solve for x. Now let's look at another problem along the same lines. We have 3 is 25% of what number? Alright, here's our formula that we've used time and time in the past. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by plugging in everything we know into the formula. Okay, we start with is. We're going to replace is with 3 because that's where it is in our word problem above. Next, we have to plug in a percent, and as you see from our problem above, 25% plugs in right here. Next, now all that we're missing is the of, and we don't have a value for of, so what we're going to do is we're going to put an x right here, and this is what we're going to solve for. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to solve for the unknown or solve for the x. The way that we're going to do that is we're going to cross multiply. We're going to start with the 100. We're going to move on to the 3 and the x to the 25. Again, 25 times x equals 100 times 3. Okie doke. So this is our new equation. We're going to go ahead and simplify it very quickly. 100 times 3, that's going to equal 300. Okie doke. Like I said again, we're going to move this up to the top. This is our new equation. Move on to the next one. So we have 2x, which equals 300. And what we want to do now for our third step is we want to go ahead and get x by itself. To get x by itself, we're going to use a reverse operation. Some of y'all may know this as an inverse operation, depending on the textbook you have. But what we're going to do is if you multiply to get x by itself, you're going to divide. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to divide 25 from x to get x by itself. Now, as you remember, this is an equation. So what we do to one side, we're going to have to do to the other side as well. We have to make sure that both terms on both sides of the equal signs stay balanced. So we're going to divide 25 on the left hand side. We're going to also divide 25 on the right hand side. Okay, the problem on the left hand side, they're going to cancel out, as you see here, which leaves x by itself. Now that we have x by itself, we just have to simplify what's on the right hand side. 300 divided by 25, that's going to give us 12. So now we look back into our problem and we can see that we're going to take 12 and plug it back into our problem, and we see that 25% of 12 is 3. So that solves our problem. But let us check our answer. To check our answer, we're going to take 12 and plug it back into our original solution and see if we can come out with a balanced equation. Okay, 25 over 100, 3 over of we're going to plug 12 in for of. Now once again, we're going to cross multiply, and we're going to see if our solution gives us a balanced equation. Okay, we have 100 times 3 equals 25 times 12. And when we do the multiplication, we have 300 equals 300, which gives us a true statement, which means the equation is balanced, which means the solution worked. 3 is 25% of 12. And that is the end of this video. Thanks.